This is for Tate Reeves and the Attorney General, Ms. Finch. I have been fighting against human trafficking for years now. Y'all have it all over the news. Y'all doing something about human trafficking. You're stopping this, you're stopping that. But you haven't stopped crap. I'm tired of what I call the shit show. You know, I am a victim of human trafficking, child sex trafficking. And with that being said, I don't see no justice for my family. I don't see no justice for my mother, who's been trafficked in every single way a human being can be trafficked. In the state of Mississippi, electric shock therapy used to be known as a war crime. It was used against my mother because of the things that she knows. If my mother was not trafficked or abused by the Gillich family, why is it, even though with electric shock therapy, she still knows their name? Because they were involved in what happened to my mother. The mayor of Biloxi wants to take me to court on fraudulent crap. Judges are accusing themselves for a reason. So, with that being said, Ms. Lynch, you send out a mass email, and that mass email says that you compensate the people who've been involved in human trafficking, that you take care of them, that they are going to be taken care of. How are y'all planning on taking care of them? Harassing them in fraudulent courts? Holding their mother against their will? Almost killing their son? Is that how y'all take care of it? Because you sure ain't done nothing for justice. Because if you did, my mother would be home. The people who beat my son would be in jail. And Andrew Gillich would not be the mayor of Biloxi, because he would have stood for his charges. His family's last name is prominent. The Gillich last name is prominent. His sister, 2 L's in her last name, back in the 90s and 80s, used the 2 L's, but now they use 1 because that way you can't pull up the corruption, right? And in the 2 L's, she got arrested for prostitution. She didn't prostitute nothing. She was the human trafficker. You know, y'all need to wake up and stop trying to hide your crimes. The man that was talking to Phyllis, that's also involved, excuse me, in the book called The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin. Whoever that bald man is that disappeared from here, but in Oklahoma. Wasn't he talking to Tate Reeves before he disappeared? Is this the kind of way that y'all fix things? I'm asking you a question. I do expect a legit answer. I want to know when my mother is going to have justice and when there's going to be justice for the people who stood up against the corruption here. I want to know when y'all actually really going to do something. Not set up people. Not lie on people. Actually put real criminals in jail and not let them buy their way out. Like, this is ridiculous. And it's time for my mother to come home. She has been locked up for over 20-some years of her life behind the Gillich and the Mannings and what they did, human trafficking, children, the elderly, drug running so they can also get gambling rights to put up these damn casinos down here. You know, it's just very wrong what y'all are doing and have done. I don't believe the Attorney General is standing up for anything, because if she stood up for something against human trafficking, she would have been all over my case. But she's not. What cases are you over? The ones that are coming across the border so you can hide the children? It's just a question. Seems to be a lot of Spanish children down here on the Gulf Coast lately. Enough to fill up a volleyball field of 6 games at one time. That's 12 groups of people, you know, and they're all Spanish, and they're all children. Is that what y'all hiding? Where the children are? Where y'all putting the children? It's just a question. Because you're not doing nothing about human trafficking. You're not actually stopping it. If you were stopping it, you would not be letting a mayor victimize a victim of his family of human trafficking and continue to do it. And the fact that you are, that makes you part of the problem, not part of the solution. And Tate Reeves, I don't know how your wife kisses you at night because you are sick, disgusting. You are nothing but a bag full of lies. You ain't done nothing to stop any of this corruption. You actually aided and abetted and let it happen. You've been letting it happen ever since you've been in office. It's been happening before you went in office, but you just made it worse. 2 years, nothing. 7 years for me, nothing. I'm tired. I'm tired of asking y'all for something that you never give. But you sit there and you make posts and you send out emails that y'all are doing something. Y'all are nothing but scum. Every single one of y'all. Until my mother has justice for what's happened to her and she is released, I will tell you daily how much scum you are. I will tell the world how much scum you are. Because you ain't done nothing to stop the human trafficking. You ain't done nothing to stop my mother's torture. You have done nothing for what's happened to my son when they almost killed him and told him if he ever contacted me again, they would kill us both. What have y'all done about that? Nothing. He has plates in his face. What have y'all done about that? Oh wait, that's right. You let a mayor have a fraudulent court, find me guilty of a gun charge where there was never a gun because they wrote the law code wrong, and you victimized a victim of human trafficking in court to try to get me to shut up. This is what I gotta say to you. Fuck you, okay? All of you. This Christmas, when y'all all with your families, I really hope you choke on your chicken, and I hope that this video replays in your mind when you're sitting there smiling with your family eating your damn dinner. Because my mother isn't smiling. She hasn't smiled in years with her family. I haven't had a holiday since y'all kidnapped my grandson and covered it up. But hey, Ashley can run around, get married, and do whatever, become the state senate, and have President Trump thanking her on live TV. Some people say I should be thankful that some rich freak kidnapped my grandson. No, I'm not thankful that my grandson was kidnapped behind lies and taken and have his mind manipulated to believe something other than what's real. That I just won't get over. Just saying. So, y'all criminals. When are you going to stop being criminals? Oh, wait, you can't. That's right. So, the next thing is, when is the people that are watching this video actually going to stand up and do something before this happens to your family, or has it already, and you're just too scared and don't have the balls? But I explain this. Like, when you start talking back at these people, and you start getting out in the public, and you start getting, talking truth out loud, start putting flyers out in the public, get off the internet, these people kind of run. They all scatter. Don't let them scare you. They did that for years to me. They had me running from state to state, thinking someone's going to kill me. All kinds of crazy stuff. I came back home and I live right down the street, and I don't care, and I ain't leaving until they do kill me or give me justice. When you have everything taken from you, that gives you nothing to live for, but everything to fight for. And my family, the family unit that I want back, I will fight to my dying day for it. I will fight for justice. And I will call every single corrupt politician in the state of Mississippi that looks over this, and every FBI agent, police officer that's a pedophile protector, instead of arresting these freaks, I will call them out every time I see them. Because that's what needs to be done. These people are letting these things happen, and they're not doing anything about it. Oh, let's make a post. Let's have an event with our friends that are involved in this crap and act like we're doing something, but really we're not doing nothing. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm not standing for that shit no more. And if you don't like the way I talk, Well, maybe y'all shouldn't, depress people and put them in situations to grow up the way they did. Not everybody's life is picked for them. Not everybody is rich and has everything handed to them. And not everybody's life has been perfect. So before you start pointing a finger and judging somebody, you might want to look in the damn mirror. My mother wants to come home. I want my mother home for this Christmas with me. Y'all can at least let her come home for a freaking visit. Oh, wait. Y'all can't do that neither, because that would be doing something to make her feel good about herself. Right? You can't let an elderly disabled woman who's been trafficked her whole freaking life have a piece of sense and happiness and normalcy. No. Only y'all can have that because you're pleasured and rich. You're in politics. Your stuff will be exposed. Every bit of it. Every freaking bit of it. Now that I have to work on y'all some more, I will. I'm tired of hearing my mother cry. I'm tired of hearing her pain. My mom doesn't have clothes. I've got receipts for thousands of dollars I spent. I have receipts for all the mail, the food I sent that she never got. Why are they still feeding her ground up food? She don't need it. She can eat regular food, but y'all refuse to let her. She goes to one facility, she eats regular food. She's begging to go back to a Looney Tune house so she can eat and feel better and have clean clothes. Because the place where she's at, where her caseworker got shit for brains, that took them how long to do something for her legs? Years. Y'all disgust me. Every single freaking one of y'all politicians disgusts me. And as long as y'all let this happen to my mother and many others, you're sad, you're sick individuals. And I do pray one day that when your judgment comes, it's 10 to 20 times worse to what y'all did to my mother. And then that wouldn't even be enough for what you've done to all these people in Mississippi. Y'all are sick. Every single last one of you are sick. Allow my mother to have some freedom. Allow my mother to be with her family for the holiday. You could be with your family. Why can't she be with hers? Answer that question. Where is her freaking owner? Why has he never made himself apparent, like where we can see his face, know who he is? Why has he never visited my mother? Why has he never bought my mama clothes? Why has he never bought my mom bathroom hygienes? Why does he don't go visit my mama if he's in the best interest of my mother? Tell me. Can you answer them questions? They're legit. I ask people who watch this video, please share it, because the more this video gets shared, maybe they'll answer the damn questions. Don't share it and just sit back and keep your mouth shut and let what's going on in this country continue until it happens to you or your family. Because that's where it's going. If you think things are getting better, y'all so full of crap. I'm tired of being entertained by ignorance on the internet because I don't see anything changing. If I saw stuff changing, these people would be arrested, not be on TV. You understand? I want my family and I want justice and I want it now. That's what I want. I want my mama with me for my birthday this year. She has that right to be able to have a home visit. Why is she not able to have a home visit? Tell me. What's the reason? Because I'm her daughter? Because I'm standing up against y'all for human trafficking? What's the reason? You don't want her out speaking how she wants to come home? Huh? You don't want the world to hear her speak how she wants to go home? Is that why? Much love. For those who know me knows I've been fighting for justice for my family for a very long time. There is a book out called The Deadline, Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin. It talks about a lot of stuff with human trafficking, things that my mother has seen, people that my mother has been involved with in her life, one of them being the mayor of Biloxi's family, and they have covered up what they have done, and doing so, they have violated my mother's rights. This is December of 2021. My mother does have issues with mental health due to all the medication and the trauma that she's been through. And sometimes I have to tell her, Mama, stay focused. Mama, stay focused. And, well, we got through this phone call, so I want to put this out online to prove that my mama knows what day it is. She also still knows the name of the people who done bad things to her. So this holiday season, while you just had fun with your family for Thanksgiving and you're about to gather for Christmas, think about the people that are having their rights violated, who are being held against their will for no other reason than money and to hide real serious crimes of what this person knows. Now, I don't want you talking. I want you to listen. I want you to listen to me. We're going to start this over again, okay? And you got to do it right, Mama, or I can't put this online. All right, don't pay attention to her. Pay attention to me. All right, you ready to do this? What is today?
December the 4th on a Saturday.
What year?
2021.
Okay. Mama.
December.
All right, listen. I have a question for you. Okay? When you lived with me, did I take you shopping and get you nice clothes?
You bought me a lot of nice things. You buy nice clothes, nice everything when we lived together. Why? What's wrong with that?
All right, listen, I have another question. Did I take you out and do things with you?
Well, I have fun with the restaurants, all the restaurants, with the movies, and everything. What's wrong with that? Went to the park, went to the ocean, at the bars, playing.
You miss that kind of stuff?
What's wrong with that?
You miss that, huh?
I miss all that.
I miss doing that with you. Okay?
I miss being with the dogs.
Yeah.
And then run with that. I miss Tree Lovey.
I know.
I miss my dogs.
You miss you having fun with your dogs?
Yeah.
Did I take good care of you when you stayed with me? Did I make sure you had your medicine and stay clean?
All I need is just a doctor and a devil coat.
Mama, I need you to stay, Mama.
My legs on the hell.
I hear you, but I need you to stay on topic. I'm asking you questions because I need you to answer them. When you stayed with me, did I make sure that you were on your medicine that the doctor gave you?
Yeah, you make sure I was on my medicine, my legs ain't up.
Did I?
Burning like hell.
I know they are right now. And you wanted me to
And
do...
burn dead too.
I know, Mama, I know.
All the villages and the ladies.
Mama, listen to me. I love you. I'm going to hang up. And I want you to call me right back, because what we just did right there is really good. Call me right back, okay? I love you. Call me. I know, Mama. Call me right back. I love you. I'm working on trying to bring you home. I promise, okay? Hang up the phone and dial me right back.
Yes, ma'am.
Love you.
Love you.
Now, does that sound like A mother who doesn't want to be around her daughter. Does that sound like a daughter who does not want to be around her mother and take care of her? There's nobody going to take care of my mother like I will. And for the Gillich family to have me up in court for supposedly putting inappropriate signs on a pole to change it to attack my YouTube channel and then lie and say I resisted arrest and refused any evidence on my behalf, where you have judges and lawyers recusing themselves, I see there's a problem. Like this, the biggest problem I see is that you are terrorizing a victim of human trafficking, 2 victims of human trafficking of the mayor's family of Biloxi, Mississippi. My mom wouldn't know his name, his last name, if they were not involved in what happened to my mother. That name is very prominent. And it's really sad, Andrew Gillich, that you would change 1 letter in your last name by dropping it to 1 L instead of 2 L's. So that way y'all couldn't find your criminal records. But I have them. Your sister was arrested for prostitution, but she was never a prostitute. Back then, she was human trafficking people like my mother and me, and got away with it. And still to this day walks free. Do y'all understand that my mother is being held against her will for 5 years away from her family? All because I started exposing the straight kidnapping of my grandson with no DHS and CPS that links back to the mayor of Biloxi in every way. There are high-level criminals walking around in suits and acting like they did nothing wrong and their doo-doo don't stink when it stinks worse than ours. They need to go to jail. They need to stand for what they have done. And they need to release my mother and let her have proper care at home and let her die happy, not being tortured anymore in her life. So this holiday seasoning, while you're sitting there enjoying your family, please think about my mother. Please tell me, how am I supposed to have any holidays when my family has been torn apart behind lies, behind human trafficking? Please answer that for me. Please come together for something other than just yourself and what you get. Come together for somebody for a purpose. Much love.